Hi guys! First of all, wanna apologize for all of you, because in my previous shaves with Pere Lucien shaving soap, many of you asked, is this lather too thin, is it too soapy, it looks not so dense, and since it is very nice and quality soap, it lathers nice, it provides protection for the skin, it is very protective, very slick. I didn't notice the difference. But then I found on one of the forums, I forgot the name, tips for the blooming, and although I did try it a couple of times to bloom it with the tap water, this time I used the kettle water, which was about 30-40 degrees Celsius, and I will give you in a second a short glance of how it should appear. Okay, so this is now the bloomed water. It warmed up the puck pretty well, and it's not too hot. I can easily dip my fingers inside, so it's maybe 30-40 degrees. And if you can see, it is now whitish water, so a little bit of soap surface is already diluted, and this would be the best approach to bloom the Pere Lucien. I hope you can see a little bit better now. So when this turns into whitish water, then we can go back to shave. So to prove my point, I will use this yucky black marble brush. Just dipped it into the bloomed water and I drained the puck. So I did one shave like this without filming it, and I will show you the results. I must say, I felt dumb as a rock, because I thought that this was nice performing soap, very quality made, very economical to use. This is a 200 milliliters or grams pack, and with 40 shaves I barely scratched the surface. So I'm still whipping it. This is how much I loaded the brush. Not too much of the residues inside, but I will scoop it with the fingers, just not to leave anything dry. So this is it. I will just leave it on the side and start lathering. Now this was my first, let's say, high-grade soap, and although it wasn't that thick as the tallow-based soaps, I was pretty content with the face feel, the skin feel. It is sensing very breathable on the skin, which means it is not that thick as Arco, for example, or the Sterling soap. So I liked this soap in the summertime, when I just wanted something to provide a nice slick shave, and I sense the least possible amount of irritations and skin cracks with Pere Lucien. I think that you can already notice that the lather is much thicker right now. So the soap is vegetal based. So instead of animal fat, it has glycerin. And basically, I never felt any drawbacks in usage, but due to your comments and inputs, I somehow felt, is it possible that almost 20 euros worth of shaving soap is providing so thin lather. So I decided to investigate a little bit. Now I added just a little bit of water into the brush, and as you can see, this is pretty nice and pasty and creamy, almost as the Proraso soaps on the first run, but I sense that the quality of ingredients is much higher in this soap, and for the price it better be. So with or without the thick lather, I always get great shaves from Pere Lucien, and I really like the scent of it, which is very refreshing, very foresty, very pine-like, and like you're walking in a pine forest after the rain. Now a lot of residues after the... I have a light above my head, so there is a little bit of shadow, but still much more leftovers for the second pass. And to spicy the things a little bit, I'll be using brand new Perma-Sharp from a new pack. Let's just unwrap it. So pretty nice, pretty sharp blade, which will be used with R41. Again, one of the best razors you can get for pretty solid money. The head comes for like 15 euros, entire pack about 30. I bought the RazorOx handle, so let's see how it performs. As always with R41, as you can see, one pass, I would say 90% of the whiskers are gone. Let's see the rinsing. With the thick lather, it rinses just fine, so nothing left in the razor. And I must say, I was pretty lazy to investigate more or to try with hotter water, because I thought that, well, you know, LPL works just fine, I'm content, the shaves are great. But once I used the water from Kettler, so maybe just like first couple of seconds, you know, since it is just warming up, you don't need to boil it completely. It should be just a little bit warmer compared to your water heater temperature. As you can see, it is still very thick, very consistent, so it's not evaporating, it doesn't have any bubbles, so you live, you learn. So, first pass, very fast, very quick, nothing to complain about. I will just repeat a little bit. The neck and the corners, so for that purpose a little bit more of water just to make it a little bit slicker. And again, a lot of people on the forums and on the internet suggested to use a more quality brush, to use more soap. I think the underlying truth is that the vegetable-based soaps are maybe a little bit thicker in consistency and they feel a little bit harder in the pack, so you need to loosen up that soap surface somehow. And this is the cheapest probably brush which I have, certainly not the most quality one, and as you can see it is performing wonderful. So let's see if anything is left. I would say the minimal feedback, mainly because of the weird growing patterns. So this was just light gliding of the razor, and absolutely wonderful. What I especially like with the Mueller razors is these large draining channels, so it is very easy to rinse from both sides. Their molds are very precisely made, so even if it is a casted razor head, and the tolerances are, I would say, pretty much on par as with any other CNC milled razor. And for this level of investment, you're getting pretty nice, high quality, German made razor, which is surprisingly pretty nice for the skin as well. As you can see, 2 passes, mostly with the grain, across the grain. No nicks, no irritations, nothing is caught with R41. I do grab pimples and skin imperfections more with some other razors. But with R41, surprisingly, nothing is happening. Just plain nice shave. And that's it. So, quick rinse and let's try the aftershave. Okay, that is it. Now, since the lather was thicker, I have exactly the same skin feel. Very easy to rinse, a lot of softness left on the skin, so it's definitely not drying soap. And fun fact for the Elliot, my wife steals it for the pimples and everything. And she also said that when she pops the pimple, the Elliot is actually healing it remarkably. So, if you can get any sort of witch hazel product, definitely recommendation. Now, I didn't say anything, I didn't blinked because exceptionally smooth, no burning, no any issues whatsoever. So I would say that Pere Lucien, really good value for money if you're investing a little bit more into shaving soap. Just have a little bit of warmer water, leave it, and then use any brush on any conditions, even for the face lathering. Really beautiful thing. See you next time. Bye.